So hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Med School with Shubham. I am Shubham, a third professional MBBS student, and I shall be teaching you anatomy. We are almost at the end of the general embryology, and this is another one more important video of the general embryology, that is foldings of the embryo. My dear friends, if you have not watched my previous lectures, I request you please go on my YouTube channel and watch the previous lectures of embryology. I have created a playlist in that. This video might not be so important from the examination, theory examination point of view, but definitely it is a very important lecture for the conceptual building of the embryology, because the GIT embryology and the CVS embryology, the base for that is been created in this lecture. How the embryological foldings takes place, all that you mostly for the GIT embryology, you need all these things, how the folding takes place. So let's get started with this lecture. So there are two types of foldings. The one is the lateral folding of the embryo, and the another one is the craniocaudal folding of the embryo. The name itself says what type of foldings are these. So let's draw a diagram so that you can understand it very well. So assume that this is a embryonic disc in which you have the ectoderm, mesoderm and the endoderm. Now what will happen? Okay. So now what will happen? So this is the cranial end and this is the caudal end, and these are the lateral sides of the embryonic disc. So as the name suggests, we are looking after the lateral folding. So laterally this disc will get folded in this way. In this way it will get folded. Okay. And now what will happen? We will get a structure which will look something like this. So laterally this thing will this embryonic disc will get folded, and this is called as the lateral folding. Now next one is the craniocaudal folding. Okay. So what is craniocaudal folding? The name suggests craniocaudal. So for that also I'll make a diagram. I hope you know all these things. This is the ectoderm. This is the intraembryonic mesoderm, or you can just say mesoderm. And this is the endoderm. Above you have this amniogenic cells, and this is the amniotic cavity, the Usher's membrane, and you have the yolk sac. Primary, secondary yolk sac, all that you can say. Then you have, this is the splanchnopluric extraembryonic mesoderm, the somatopleuric extraembryonic mesoderm, all these things, and this is the undifferentiated extraembryonic mesoderm. Okay. Now and this black color one is the cytotrophoblast. This is the cytotrophoblast. Now I have just took this part over here, and now I'll be showing this. So this is the embryonic disc. Okay, and this is the amniotic cavity, and this is the yolk sac, secondary yolk sac. Now assume that this is going to be the cranial end and this is going to be the caudal end. Cranial end means head end, and this is going to be the caudal end, means the tail end, the head end and the tail end. Okay. Now what will happen? This is the craniocaudal folding, means what? It will fold in this way and in this way. So it will fold in this way. Assume that this is the head end, this is the tail end. So it will fold in this way. This will come like this, this will come like this. Okay. And it will fold in such a way that this lower yolk sac, it will include the yolk sac between it. So you can get a structure something like this. I hope you can get this. So the entire yolk sac will go inside this structure. Okay. So you can get something like this, and slowly the entire yolk sac will go inside, and it will cover it and from all the sides. Okay. So for that also I will make a structure. Okay. See, I hope you can appreciate this diagram. Slowly, it has started moving craniocaudally, okay, and this yolk sac is moving inside that. And now what will happen next? This is the amniotic cavity. Now when this trilaminar germ layer or the embryonic disc is getting folded, above you have the amniotic cavity. So when this is getting folded, the amniotic cavity will also get folded, and then it will also cover it from above, and below you have this. So slowly this amniotic cavity will also move along, will also get folded along with the embryo. So this is the craniocaudal folding, because this is the cranial end and this is the caudal end. It is folding from the craniocaudal side. Along with that, you will also get the lateral folding. As we mentioned before, the lateral folding. So lateral folding and the craniocaudal folding will take place simultaneously. And because of these things, the entire yolk sac will go inside the embryo. Now in my previous lectures, I said you one thing, that a cavity will give rise to another cavity. So this is also a cavity, primary yolk sac, a fluid filled cavity. So now this fluid filled cavity will get inside the body of the embryo. Embryo के body में चला जाएगा. And now what will happen? This secondary yolk sac, it will give rise to a new cavity, and that cavity is the gastrointestinal tract, GIT. Let me repeat this. This primary yolk sac will be enclosed inside the embryo. It will get enclosed inside the embryo, and now this cavity will give rise to another cavity, and that is the gastrointestinal tract. I hope you know that gastrointestinal tract is a pipe-like thing. So inside cavity is present. So this is also a cavity. So this cavity will give rise to gastrointestinal tract. This extension thing will also go inside, and just two extensions will be remaining outside. And this one is the amniotic cavity, the secondary yolk sac or just yolk sac. This is the ectoderm. This is the endoderm, and this is the mesoderm. I hope this is clear to you guys. Now what will happen next? How will it look further? So see, it will further get folded even more deeper to inside. See, here it even went even more deeper in this way. See, it's going even more deeper, and the amniotic cavity is also going more deeper, and then it will fold the entire embryo from all the sides. And therefore therefore the embryo is covered by the amniotic fluid from all over, because this amniotic fluid is or the amniotic cavity is covering the embryo from all the sides, and therefore we can hear that the baby is covered by the amniotic fluid, or baby is suspended inside the amniotic fluid. Okay, now let's see further more things. Now this thing is the undifferentiated extraembryonic mesoderm, and this is the placenta. As I hope you remember that this undifferentiated extraembryonic mesoderm was the one which will be forming the umbilical cord, and this is the placenta. Now this is the yolk sac, this is the amniotic cavity, this is the yolk sac, this is the ectoderm, mesoderm and the endoderm, and these are the extensions of the yolk sac inside this umbilical cord. Let's first write this. So this is the umbilical cord, and this is the placenta. I hope it is clear. And this long extension that you can see, this is called as the vitello-intestinal duct. Let me name this also. This is the vitello-intestinal duct, and this small extension that you can see over here, this small extension is called as the allantois. This thing. So this is called as the allantois. I hope this is clear to you. Now one more thing. As I said that this primary yolk sac is going to form the gastrointestinal tract, and it is also called as the gut. So now the gut is further divided into three types. The first initial part is the foregut, the middle part is the midgut, and the posterior part is the hindgut. So from this you can very well notice that the vitellointestinal duct arises from the midgut part and the allantois arises from the hindgut part. So let me name that also. This is the midgut, this is this is the foregut, this is the midgut, and this is the hindgut. Foregut, midgut, and the hindgut. This is the foregut, this is the midgut, and this is the hindgut. So what is allantois? Allantois is an extension of the midgut. Allantois is the extension of the hindgut, which arises from the hindgut and which continues inside the umbilical cord. And what is midgut? It is the extension. What is the vitellointestinal duct? It is the extension of the midgut, which arises from the midgut, or you can just write it is an extension of the midgut which can be seen inside the umbilical cord. I hope this is very clear to you guys. So in my previous lecture of the placenta formation, I said two things. Where is that lecture? Okay, here. In that I mentioned about the contents of the umbilical cord. In that I said there shall be 2 umbilical arteries and 1 umbilical vein inside the umbilical cord, and I said there are more 2 structures which I will be revealing in my future classes. So those 2 structures which are there inside the umbilical cord are, so first we have 2 umbilical arteries and 1 umbilical vein. Another thing which we all know now is the vitellointestinal duct. Vitellointestinal duct, and also we have the allantois. So overall in the umbilical cord we have vitellointestinal duct, we have the allantois, we have 2 umbilical arteries, and we have 1 umbilical vein. The 2 umbilical arteries and the 1 umbilical vein. And to be more specific, which umbilical vein? We have the left umbilical vein. The right one gets degenerated and the left umbilical vein is just remain. Okay, I hope this is very clear to you guys. Okay, this was the thing which I explained you. So this is all about the foldings of the embryo. Let me show you in a practical way. I hope you can understand this. So assume that this is the embryological disc, or embryonic disc. This is the head end, this is the tail end. Okay, now first above you will be head end, tail end. Above you will be having the amniotic cavity, in the below you will be having the primary or the secondary yolk sac. Now the lateral folding will take place in this way. In this way the lateral folding will take place. It was like this, then slowly the lateral folding took place in this way. Okay, and now the craniocaudal folding. This is the cranial end, this is the caudal end. So the craniocaudal folding will take place in this way. Now in this way what will happen? The anterior, the posterior, and the laterally, anteriorly, posteriorly, and laterally, from all the sides, the lower secondary yolk sac will get entrapped inside this embryo. So the entire lower primary yolk sac will go inside this embryo in this way, and the above amniotic cavity will cover it from all the sides, and you will get an extension from this side. In that you will get the extension of the secondary yolk sac. Those are the vitellointestinal duct and the allantois. I hope this is very clear. So you will have this lateral folding, and you in the same way you will have this craniocaudal folding. So anteriorly, posteriorly, and laterally, the lower yolk sac will get entrapped inside the embryo, and then this secondary yolk sac will form the gut or the gastrointestinal tract, and that gut will be further divided into foregut, midgut, and the hindgut. The foregut will give rise to the vitellointestinal duct, and the hindgut will give rise to the allantois. I hope this is very clear to you guys. So this was all about the foldings of the embryo. I hope you have understood all the concepts regarding the foldings of the embryo. these foldings of the embryo are very important. This concept is very important in the gastrointestinal tract embryology. I will take just a short revision at that time, but this is very necessary for you to learn now, both conceptual point of view and the exam point of view. Exam point of view a bit less, but conceptual point of view you have to learn all these things, because ultimately you are the batch. We have to give the next exam, and you have to prepare from all the aspects. All the concepts should be clear for the exam preparation, and this is what I aim in these lectures, that your concept should be clear in the embryology and also in the anatomy. I hope you like the video. Please like my video, please share my video, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Guys, another reminder, if you need the notes of all these lectures, please follow my YouTube, please follow my Instagram handle, and also message me on Instagram regarding the notes. I will send the handwritten notes, the colorful handwritten notes on your Instagram, or you can also message me on my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is also given in the description. I can share the the handwritten notes in your WhatsApp. So thank you guys, stay with me connected in this entire journey of embryology, and I hope you are liking my videos. Please share these videos with your other friends of your batch. This will be really helpful for them too. So thank you guys. Please like my video, share my video, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.